Welcome to another episode of Inspired Content. This is the first of 5 episodes for storytelling games for the month of October, so that we can all have ideas and inspirations for National Novel Writing Month. So the very first one we're doing this month is Story Cubes. I got a 3-part set. So I'll take a look at those and see what ideas for other games and inspirations I get from them, and I'll see you on the other side of that. Alright, Story Cubes. I would say they're alright as they are. They could be kind of fun. I like the fact that each set has its own different set of rules of how to play with the dice. The original set has 3 means of play. The factions have 4 games you can play, and the voyages have 3. And that's kind of cool. The dice themselves, they have a wide variety of very, very vague images. I'd say I'd give them a 5.7 out of a 6.1. That seems fair. As ideas that I would take from these towards making storytelling games, or game design in general, I guess. I have an impulse to do like a Texas Hold'em style game where a dealer rolls out a couple of dice, and the players grab dice from a bowl and roll theirs, and they have to kind of use the dice the dealer put out and their own dice to tell a story. And the dealer gets to decide whose story kind of trumps all the others. Along a similar line, a blackjack style game where there's a dealer, the dealer and another player roll dice, and the dealer can deal additional dice to roll as the player tries to build up a more complete story than the dealer can pull. And if the dealer or the player ever get to a point where they get a die roll that they can't use, they bust. A Yahtzee-like game where you get a card with a story, a book, a movie, or something like that, title, or even just a plot description, and your goal is to roll the dice like you would in Yahtzee, trying to get enough of your dice to allow you to kind of spell out the movie or the book with the dice. Sing a Song Of, that's sort of the name I thought would work for this, is using the dice to give you the pieces you have to string together into a song. You roll the dice and you try to use as many of the dice as possible to tell an actual story of something that's happened to you in your life. If you stretch the truth or lie, you can get caught and your point value gets turned into a negative value. But the more dice you use, the higher the value. So if you're telling a true story, you can definitely get a high value the more dice you use. The temptation is to kind of stretch things to accommodate as many dice as possible. But if you get caught stretching things just a little too far, and somebody catches you, the points get taken off your score, not added to your score. the 7, or in this case possibly 9 degrees of separation, where the goal is to try to free associate the dice into a line where you can get them all lined up, or as many as you can along the way. So you're basically taking the dice and laying them out in a chain of this one leads to this one went to dinner with this one, this did that, these do these things. And you're trying to get as many of them as you can to relate to one another. And the more links you get, the higher the point value. And it doubles if you can connect the last one back to the first one and make a complete circle. Those are the ideas I came up for the story dice, or the story cubes. So yeah, the story cubes were a pretty decent means of exploring telling stories, and I like the fact that there are lots of different ways to play it, and each package has its own new set of ideas. So hope there was something inspiring in there. See you next time.